Welcome to the Concentric Home Solutions Woodworking channel. In this video, I will be doing a couple of updates. My first update is going to be on the API 1 brackets from dashboard. I noticed on Instagram and on Facebook yesterday, Rob just started shipping them. So if you have ordered one of those brackets, you should be getting yours soon. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry. Basically what it does, it allows you to take your fence, your Incra fence specifically. It probably could be adapted to other fence, but in my case, an Incra fence, it will allow you to take it off the table, thus maximizing the crosscut capacity of your table. Other update I have for you is on the layout square by iGaging. As I had told you in a previous video, I purchased this product from a company known as chipsfly.com. And in the previous review, it had a significant hollow in the base of the 12-inch. I'm reporting back, they have replaced it. The one I got is within spec. It still has a little hollow, but is within spec. The hollow is, I want to say it's about 1.5 thousandth, and that's nothing to complain about. It's well within spec. So I can give the okay on it now. Just make sure if you have some type of means, you have feeler gauge or you have a flat surface that you could put it on when you receive one of these products, that you can check it. Because remember, these are layout tools and these are also setup tools. So if your setup tool is not accurate, it's pointless. You can't use it to set up a tool to give you, a perpendicular cut, a square cut, or whatever the case may be, if the layout tools you're using is giving you bad readouts. So I was happy this company had enough integrity, was honest enough to accept that there was a potential problem. It do happen sometimes. When stuff go through quality control, they miss it. So another one was sent to me, and it's now to my liking, and I could give it the thumbs up. I'll leave a link to the original video. The other update I have for you, in my last video, you seen me using this edge band trim cutter. I also have a fast cap one. I left it in the description. The fast cap one, in my opinion, is superior as far as the finish it leaves behind. My preference is for the fast cap. Once again, my opinion. I don't know if you remember, I told you, I showed in a video, I used their guillotine and I used the fast cap, and for speed, I prefer their guillotine. For quality of cut, I prefer the fast cap. Just wanted to make that clear. Some time ago, I had newly purchased a drill driver and an impact driver from Milwaukee. And my initial impression was great. And it still is. I've been using them for a while. I love these tools. Let's start with the installation driver. Everything I told you still holds true. Its multifunction capabilities is second to none. I really like this tool. As you know, it's not original to them. It's a Festool idea as far as I know. But the execution is flawless. This little drill driver punches above its weight. This thing is very powerful for what it is. And that's a pro and a con. I find it to be a little bit aggressive with delicate work. You're going to have to turn the torque down significantly, and you may have to feather the trigger. This thing is, once again, it punches above its weight. But it's staying on my tool belt. I really like this drill driver. The impact driver, it does a job. It's never failed me yet. It's very powerful. You can hear it. It's very torquey, and it does what it's supposed to do. I'm mostly using this for driving in screws in cabinet carcasses and so forth. And it has plenty of power. 1.5 inch, 2 inch screws, everything I've used it for, it's been able to handle the job. I've even used it with lag screws. A word on this again. Something I said still hold true. For the price of the kit, you know, it came with a larger one and a smaller one, a 12 and a 6 inch. My preference is still for their bench squares. I think it's made out of better quality material, and it comes in a case rather than a cardboard box. Just letting you know this is my opinion. For my money, I prefer the bench. If you could only buy one set, I prefer the bench. Which, as I said, comes in a protective case, and you know, is a better, you know how I feel about presentation. It's a better presentation, and it protects your tool. In the original review for this tool, you'll see I talk about it being made out of stainless steel. It's a better product in my opinion. But as I said, this does work. The one problem I have, they addressed it, and it does work. Then there's an unboxing that I did, unboxing and preview of a woodpecker product. And in the unboxing, I gave rave reviews for the dust collection because that was the main reason why I bought it. But I did miss, there was a little quirkiness with the stop. And a gentleman mentioned it in one of the video, and I had agreed with him up until a few minutes ago that I went back to those stops and took a closer look and put a square with it and mess around with it to make sure that I wasn't about to come on here and give misinformation. I'm a human being, I can make a mistake, but I always try my best to cross my T's and dot my I's. The micro adjustment on the tool is kind of janky. When you come off of the original, I'll show you in some B-roll. When you come off of when you engage the micro adjustment, there's flop in the mechanism. And that flop does not give you any confidence as far as it being accurate. But when you adjust it to where you want it to, it's accurate. And I'll show you that with a square. When you put a square up to it and it flops into square actually. So it functions just fine. There's nothing wrong with it too. Just wanted to let you know that out there. While I'm at it too, I'll also mention a product of theirs I've had for a while that I also appreciate. Is I think it's called a knuckle clamp, and I'll demonstrate that. Another thing is I noticed, and thank you, the gentleman that mentioned this. I noticed in my review of my compressor, although I mentioned the difference in the loudness that I actually measured using a real-time analyzer. You're probably wondering what I'm doing with a real-time analyzer. I actually have a background in home theater. So those was real measurements. I played the sound level of the old compressor, but I did not play the sound showing the sound level of the new compressor. So in this video, I would show both of them so you have an idea on the video the difference in sound level. Everything is being recorded on the same equipment, So you'll be able to tell the difference. You're not going to get an accurate SPL reading over your listening device, like be headphones or speakers, but you will hear the difference in levels between the two. Anything else? Yes. I'm going to start introducing some new content. Basically, what it's going to be is build videos, probably some tips and tricks when it comes up, and some how-tos. Now, I already have a significant investment in equipment and time with just what I'm doing now with reviews. And it is first and foremost a review channel. But I'm going to be offering this content to people who would like to support the channel. So I'm going to offer it in the form of a membership. You're still going to have the regular weekly videos with reviews on my tools or any other tools a company want to send in for me to review. Always going to be an honest review. My loyalty is to my subscribers, not to any company. Once again, I don't care if I like the individual at the company. I don't care if I like the product. My loyalty is to the subscriber. If I started this YouTube channel to get free tools, I would have been very late to the game. I say that if I had started with little to no tools, then I would see the rationale for someone thinking that, is his reviews honest? Because it looks to me that he may be trying to get free tools. If you've been watching my YouTube channel from the beginning, day one, you know everything you have seen for the most part, I already had. I already had a table saw. I already had all my Festool equipment. I purchased a CNC machine, cash, with money that I had been saving up for years. Dust collector, drill press, all of it I already had. So I did not start this channel to get free tools. Anyone that may have that idea, or any manufacturer out there that may have that idea, get it out of your head. What you're seeing is 100% authentic. A lot of people out there may be doing stuff for tools. That's not the case with me. I just want to share with y'all my opinion, because a lot of people out there, they would buy tools based on bad information. And I hate to spend my money on something and to be unhappy with it. So that's my motivation. Now on my other stuff, that's going to be with the intention of it being gainful. I'm not even going to hide or lie. It's going to be monetized somehow. It's going to be gainful. I have done videos on Skillshare in the past, and I will be doing training videos on my own platform on my website, but I will also like to offer to my YouTube subscribers the opportunity to watch some of that training type content on this channel in the form of a membership. I'm not saying I'm the best woodworker on the planet, but I do say that I have an educational background in this. That's why I always push the safety aspect of it. Some people may disagree with me. I believe safety is systematic. Safety can be based around a single tool or a single process. Safety has to be a mindset. And so you would notice that in everything I do, I try to incorporate safety in everything I do. It's nothing that we do that cannot be done in a safer fashion, in a more controlled fashion. So that's what I try to promote. You'll never see me, I see this all the time. And I'm not questioning their skill. These are some skilled people, so, many of them. And I see how they operate saws without blade guards or without anti-kickback mechanisms and so forth. I've mentioned this before repeatedly. If you look in the back of me, this is a blade guard, much like a table saw. This little bugger right here will remove fingers. Every one of these power tools come with instruction manuals that tells you how to safely operate it. If you do stuff like remove this because you're trying to do some trick somebody showed you on YouTube to gain you more capacity on the underside machine, when you remove this, all bets are off. You're gambling with your appendages. When something happened to you, you have nobody else to blame but yourself. Well, you may want to blame the person that gave you the ridiculous idea. But at the end of the day, personal responsibility. It's your fault if you remove this guard. Anyway, this is not a rant video. But you get the idea. And that's another thing I'll try to incorporate too. When I'm working on a particular tool, I'll incorporate this safety into that, particular tool that I'm using. But once again, your primary resource is the owner's manual. Don't depend on someone on YouTube to teach you how to properly operate a piece of machinery. Somebody like myself, doing that is a bonus, but still the obligation, the onus is on you to read your user manual. You see that serious look I have on my face and staring into the camera? That's for effect. But all joking aside, the onus is on you. Every one of these pieces of equipment comes with a safety manual. Every one of these pieces of equipment comes with safety equipment. They're there for you to use. I know sometimes there's certain things that you may want to do that might require you to forego a particular safeguard. But there's something called jigs. And what a jig allows you to do is do something that would normally be unsafe in a controlled manner. In a safe and controlled manner. And after you finish using that jig or whatever the case may be, you put back the safety equipment. But once again, this is not a safety video. That's my rationale. I can't tell you exactly when I'm going to start doing the new content, but look out for it. Thank you for watching this video and have a good day. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to be notified when new content is dropped on this channel, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and drop a comment down below.